You know, it's scary being right. It it truly, truly is. Because you see, about 4 weeks ago, after we had lost to the Cowboys, no, I'm sorry, after we had lost to the Seahawks, I said, or rather, I texted my friend Addie and I said, I can see this team going 1-2. I can see them losing to Seattle, which they ended up doing. And I could see them losing to the Cardinals. But I didn't want to say it on camera because I didn't want to jinx them. But in my heart, I knew. I truly, truly knew. And today confirmed it. Now, I also said that they were going to be losing to the Giants next week, and I think they will as well. Like I think like there's no point. Like Dallas will win the division now, so congratulations to Dallas. San Francisco locked up the number 1 seed, so congratulations to them. And the Eagles are getting ready to go one and done. Like they're gonna have to go on the road to Tampa, or I guess now New Orleans, and they'll lose. They will lose because they they're trash. They are absolutely trash, and I can see Jeffrey Lurie firing everybody. Honest to God, I can see that. I can see him firing the defensive coordinators, defensive coaches. I can see him firing the offensive coordinators. I can see him firing Nick Sirianni. What? Fire Nick Sirianni? We were just in the Super Bowl last year. What do you mean fire Nick Sirianni? Let's not forget, this is the same guy that fired or let Doug Peterson go after he won the Super Bowl. And that was 3 years later. But the difference is it was 3 years later and everything had just fallen apart. And that's happened in just this very season. Everything has fallen apart. You know, it boggles my mind because I saw the stat line today about the Eagles having two 1,000-yard receivers and not again 1,000-yard rusher, and I'm looking at it and I'm just going, what's the problem then? Because we had this last year and we were so dominant, but something is very evidently wrong. I mean, Jonathan Gannon must be a genius because he knew they were going to screw up on that play when he kicked the onside kick. He must have known that because even if the Eagles had scored, they would have had enough time to go down the field and tie it up. Because we get to a point where it's 1st and 20. QB draw, and then a screen. Nick Sirianni has to go. I thought maybe I was overreacting, and maybe I am. But this is his offense, as he likes to so eloquently take the blame. This is his offense. And this is his offense. He's responsible. He has to go. He has to go. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Because the Eagles' offensive talent, the talent on this team with Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, they carried that man. They carried him to 11 wins this season. But everything has fallen apart. I've already used words like ashamed, embarrassed, disappointment. I've used all those words. I'm out of adjectives. Are those adjectives? I think those are adjectives, yes. I'm out of words to describe how this team makes me feel. I don't want to wear this shirt right now. I'm ashamed. That's how you end 2023? I mean, and the Cardinals have always given the Eagles problems. Like, for whatever reason, the Eagles just can't seem to beat the Cardinals. And the trend continued. They completely owned the Eagles today. The Eagles' defense was completely trash today. Like, they could not get off the field to save their life. And listen, I know it's Kyler Murray, but it was Kyler Murray and James Conner and a bunch of nobody wide receivers. And I don't want to say any of them had a career day, but dudes were just wide open. It was embarrassing, and I'm I'm done. I'm done. The Eagles are gonna go they're gonna go one and done, y'all. They're gonna go one and done. Like y'all need to get that possibility through your head right now. They are going one and done. Matter of fact, if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I might fire Nick Sirianni today. I might be like, yo, what happened? What happened to all this swagger we had last year? We got the same players. We got pretty much the same players. Is it because we lost two coordinators? Is that the reason why? Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What I'm watching right now is unacceptable. So you gotta go. Everybody's gotta go. And you know what really hurts the most is Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. This is their last season together, and this is how it ends. They couldn't win the Super Bowl, one more Super Bowl together. They'll always have that one in 2018, or 2017. But at the end of the day, this is how their season comes. I can see Jason retiring after this, be like, yo, I'm done now. I like you stripped all the fun out of this. This is like this is how you send your Hall of Fame center out. This is how you send him out. Ridiculous. I'm This is how you end 2023. Really. Really. The Philadelphia Eagles are a joke, bro. I mean, I guess the only thing I can take from this is that I know Dallas isn't going to go on the road, and I know they're not going to beat San Francisco. They're trash on the road, and San Francisco is better than them. They'll put up probably a much better fight, but they're not going to beat them. And even if they do beat them, and even if they end up in the Super Bowl, I think the Ravens will be there, and I think the Ravens will beat them because the Ravens are a much better physical team than them. And so, as long as the Cowboys don't win the Super Bowl, I don't really care what happens. It's so funny is we needed Dallas to win last night, and Dallas did that, and we couldn't capitalize. We couldn't capitalize. As much as we scrutinized Jonathan Gannon, and I'm not saying, oh, that man was a savior or nothing like that, but as much as we scrutinized him, at the very least, the games we were supposed to win, we won. Except for the Super Bowl. But this team has a lot of work to do. It has a lot of work to do because they need to fix holes on defense. Honestly, if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm not saying fire Howie Roseman, but we gonna have a long conversation. Like, you ain't going home tonight. Like, we gonna sit here, we gonna have a long conversation because you put this team together and your lack of attention to details in key certain position is another reason why we're in the position that we're in. Maybe I should be taking some of this. Oh, I'm still on camera. Oh. Do I have anything else to say? Is there anything left that needs to be said? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Like I said, the Eagles are one and done. They're gonna be. I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to be over, and just changes need to be made. Changes better be made. If Jeffrey Lurie doesn't make changes, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to find a new team in the United Football League. And for those of you who don't know, the United Football League is the USFL and the XFL have merged together to become one for spring football. So I might be paying attention to that and pick a new team because the Philadelphia Eagles, if they don't make changes, that shows me they don't care. They're stupid. They're idiots. They just. And if they don't care, why should I care? Right? So that's pretty much my thoughts. I really wasn't gonna come on here and say anything. I was just gonna look at the camera for a couple, like maybe 5, 10 seconds, to a minute maybe, and then just say a few words and then log out. But you know, I'm trying to not yell, but like I said, I'm out of adjectives to use, and I'm sure there are plenty more, and there are plenty more words I could use, but I don't use that type of language. So, um, you guys enjoy your New Year's. Again, congratulations to the Cowboys. You were NFC East champs. Congratulations to the Cardinals for the win. Congratulations to the 49ers. You're the number 1 seed. Yeah. All right. Peace out. I ain't got nothing else to say. See you next year.